What's up, everybody? We're going to do another movie scene episode where we rank the movies that we watched last month. So this will be the movies for the month of July 2023. My first movie, number 5, is From Dusk Till Dawn. It is probably not in the top 5 best movies that we watched, but it was one of my favorites growing up. I know a lot of it probably doesn't hold up, especially the effects. Probably look pretty dated to you. I was happy that you did not know about the huge twist halfway through, so that was cool to see you be surprised by that, and it took me back. But I love the movie, some great characters, just very memorable, nostalgic for me.
My number 5 is Extraction 2. I thought the fight scenes were amazing, but they were a little anticlimactic. The first fight scene was the best one, and the last one was the worst one.
But it's kind of reversed, yeah.
Yeah, but that it was like 21 minutes of no visible cuts. It's just amazing.
Yeah,
that's why it's just amazing.
All right, my number 4 is The Royal Tenenbaums. So though I prefer Rushmore, which came before, I think this is the first Wes Anderson where it completely looks, sounds. It is a Wes Anderson that we've seen ever since then. The music, the colors, the symmetry, the dialogue, the characters. I think for the first time, it's all perfectly there, like in its purest form. His voice, his unique style, you can tell as soon as you see it, it's a Wes Anderson.
My number 4 is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I didn't think it was going to be that funny. With his dad, it's so funny, and it was extremely fun, entertaining, like action-packed too, good acting. It was just, a fun movie.
My number 3 is Barbie. I was so surprised at how good this was in every way.
Yeah.
Only reason it's not higher is because I've only seen it once, and what was it, a few days ago. So I'm not sure how it will hold up on multiple viewings and through time, but I think it's a great movie.
Yeah. My number 3 is The Usual Suspects. I thought it was very action-packed too. It had a good plot twist. It was entertaining, good acting, good dialogue too.
Definitely. My number 2 is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Just like you said, it's fun and funny, super funny. Sean Connery is amazing. Like, you do not expect him to be so delightful. That chemistry with Harrison Ford, he's so funny. And then the trials at the end give me like the warm and fuzzies. Like, it makes me think of the Goonies. Yeah. It's just so fun there.
My number 2 is John Wick Chapter 4. I thought there was one bad thing is I feel like the enemies or like the bad guys just stood still sometimes when he was attacking them, and like they didn't all attack him at once. But other than that, it was amazing acting, amazing choreography. Donnie Yen's performance, John Wick's performance, amazing. It was just amazing performance by everybody.
John Wick's performance is Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah, Keanu Reeves' performance.
Yeah. All right, before we get to our number ones, our favorite movie that we watched from last month, it's not honorable mentions, it's just all the other movies that we saw that didn't make the top 5. The ones that did not make the list for me, John Wick Chapter 4, I did love it. It's probably my favorite in the series. My one con is that it was a bit long, but awesome movie, beautiful, like shots. Bulworth, it is a movie that it seemed so hip back in the day. Now it's kind of corny. There's a lot that's as subtle as a jackhammer, but I still like it. Bottle Rocket, I think this was my 3rd time watching it, and this time it was actually, I enjoyed it more than ever before. It's funnier than I remembered. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I think this is underrated by a lot of people, and it gets a lot of mockery that it doesn't. Well, I mean, it's got some corny visual effects at times, but still, I think it's underrated.
It has some good visual effects sometimes.
It does, yeah. I think it's pretty good. Donnie Brasco, Johnny Depp is good. Al Pacino is terrific. The soundtrack is good, but the score is terrible. It really drove me crazy watching it this time. I didn't remember it being bad before. The soundtrack, like the songs are good, but the score is just so bad. But Pacino is awesome. Extraction 2, it's all right. I've kind of already forgotten it, except for like that amazing extended take. But yeah, it's all right. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. So this is a movie from my childhood. I guess not a child, I was a teenager, but it's dated, but it still makes me laugh. for people like at the time knowing In Living Color and then spoof movies like Hot Shots and Naked Gun. This is one that there would be no like scary movie series without this, and it's just such a part of my childhood, and I grew up watching the movies that it parodies. And then Insidious Chapter 2 was better than I expected. I think it's almost as good as the first one in general. It just doesn't have like the big awesome scare, and it doesn't have that character at all, and so it's kind of hard to even come close. It'd be like making a Halloween movie without Michael Myers.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's still good, though. It's just like, I came to see Michael Myers, you know. But it was better than I expected it to be.
Yeah. The movies I watched, From Dusk Till Dawn, I liked the plot twist. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Is that what it's called?
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's not the... Yeah, because most of them are Raiders of the Lost Ark, you know, Temple of Doom. Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, and this one it's and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It doesn't roll off the tongue. They already had you like fumbling and bumbling, and then the refrigerator goes fumbling and bumbling, but
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I think it's underhated, you know, and like it's the most realistic of all of them. Like people don't.
Let's explain that.
Yeah.
So like. The first movie has the Ark and some supernatural stuff that happens because of the melting faces and stuff that doesn't like follow the laws of physics, and it requires magic, you know. The second one, dude rips out people's hearts and they're still sitting there talking. Like, again, that not realistic. It takes supernatural. The third one, The Last Crusade, an immortal person that's been sitting around with the Holy Grail that does magic stuff. You say, oh, well, this one, spoiler alert, has aliens. That doesn't mean it's supernatural. It's extraterrestrial, but the likelihood... there's a very good likelihood that there are aliens. There's not a likelihood that there's a dude living immortal somewhere or that the melting... So even though it gets, you know, maligned for being unrealistic, which I'm not talking about the refrigerator surviving a nuclear bomb. I'm talking about the ending with aliens. That's actually more believable than the first three movies. So you're right. You're 100% right on that.
And maybe I liked it. I didn't like this. I think least favorite about Indiana Jones. Not we haven't seen the fifth one, but I think I liked it more than I did because also Mom was all like laughing and stuff. Remember?
That was funny. Yeah.
Donnie Brasco. It wasn't for me. You know, I didn't personally enjoy it. I knew it was a good movie, but I didn't personally enjoy it. Merle Tenenbaums. I liked the style a lot, the visual style. I just didn't really like any of the characters, but I really like his style. Insidious Chapter 2, like you said, it surprised me. I didn't think it was gonna be that good, but it's like very close to Insidious Chapter 1 in my opinion. Yeah. It's just, you know, if it had that guy, it'd be way better.
Yeah. What's his name? The Lipstick Demon or something like that? I thought. I don't know.
Maybe it is actually though. I don't know. Haunted Mansion. That's one I saw that you didn't.
The new Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. I did not like the main plot. Or I thought the main plot was okay. It's just it was boring compared. The subplots were actually really good though. But I didn't really like the main plot, and it was actually scarier than I thought it was going to be for like a Disney movie. Like I didn't expect it to be like close to like a horror movie scary. It wasn't like Insidious scary, but it was a little scary.
Were there jump scares?
Yeah. I mean, I jump scare at like everything, even though I love horror movies. And my least favorite, Bottle Rocket.
Oh.
I just thought it was boring. Like, it was so boring to me. It was just so boring.
All right. Our favorite movies that we watched last month. My number one is The Usual Suspects. I love the characters. I love the story. But watching it this time, I love the pacing. I think it goes very fast. I don't think it gets boring. So I still think it's awesome. And it takes me back to the time whenever I first saw it. And, you know, trying to be a movie nerd and a movie buff. And then a new movie coming out that actually thrilled me as much as older movies, film noir movies and whatnot. So I really still love it. And that is my favorite movie that we watched last month.
My favorite movie was the Barbie movie.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I was so surprised. I thought it was going to be terrible, but it was amazing. It was excellent acting. excellent cinematography. It was very funny too.
Mm-hmm.
It had a good message. It had a good musical score even. Like I didn't expect it to have like a good musical score.
And you almost cried.
Yeah, I usually never cry during a
Dude
movie.
never cries at movies. Never. And it almost got you.
Mom cried like 1,000 times.
Yeah. And that's, we were talking about it. Seeing her cry, you could tell the truth of what was being told to her is what got to you.
Yeah.
We'll get you. Barbie sequel will get you, but that's awesome. So that's your favorite movie of the
Yes. Surprisingly.
All right. Well, we'd love to hear what you think about not just our rankings, if you've seen any of those, but we'd like to hear what your top 5 movies that you watched in the month of July.
Yeah.
And until next time.
Bye.